the Achman of Ganga Jal that's happening right now. The images that we see on our television screens, Samant.
Well, exactly, Gaurav. As we see the PM of India interacting with the saints, the Acharya Mahamandeleshwar, the various Akhada heads out here, Akhada Parishad heads. So the interaction is very clear, and see, you can have a smile on the face of PM Modi when he'll be interacting with the Akhada Parishad, as he'll be asking about the phase, about the experience for the month now, because the time has come for the Sannyasi Akhadas, at least the 7 Sannyasi Akhadas, which will be leaving Mahakumbh by 7th of February. So it will also be a gesture of gratefulness to the Prime Minister of India by the Akhadas. Also at a time when we saw the stampede happened on Moni Amavasya, these were the Akhadas who did not press on the situation that they'll have.
Om Chandrava Manaso Jata Chaksho Surjo Vajayata Sotrad Vayusya Pranasya Mukhad Agnirajayata Man mein basa kar teri murati Utaru मैं मैया तेरी आरती मांगू तुझसे क्या मैं यही सोचूं मैया जिंदगी जब तेरे नाम कर दी अर्पण सब कुछ तेरा कुछ नहीं मेरा चिलता है तुझको मां संसार के मन में बसा कर तेरी मूर्ति उतारू मैं मैया तेरी आरती वेद तेरी महिमा गाए संत करे ध्यान नारद गुणगान करे चेड़ बीड़तान भक्त तेरे द्वार करते हैं पुकार हम सब तेरी माँ उतारे आरती मन में बसा कर तेरी मूर्ति उतारू मैं मैया तेरी आरती ओम मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनो हरे मंगलम भगवान शंभु मंगलम वृषभध्वज मंगलम पार्वतीनाथ मंगलाय तनो हरः ओम चंदनस्य महत्पुण्यं पवित्रं पापनाशनं आपदा हरते नित्यं लक्ष्मी तिष्ठति सर्वदा ओम अपवित्रः पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थांगतोऽपि वा यः स्मरेत् संकल्पः ओम गंगे च यमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदे सिंधु कावेरी जलेस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु ओम सुजात ज्योतिघासः सन्भवरूथम सदस्वाहा भासो अग्ने विश्वरूपगुं संव्ययस्व विभावसो वस्त्रोपवस्त्रं समर्पयामि ओम नाभ्यायासीदन्तरिक्षगुं शेष्णो द्यौः समवर्तत पद्भ्यां भूमर्देशः श्रोत्रान् तथा लोकान् कल्पयन् नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि द्रवदक्षिणां समर्पयामि ओम चंद्रमा मनसो जात चक्षुः सूर्यो वजायत श्रोत्राद् वायुश्च प्राणश्च मुखाद् अग्निरजायत मन में बसा कर तेरी मूर्ति उतारू मैं मैया तेरी आरती मांगू तुझसे क्या मैं यही सोचूं मैया जिंदगी जब तेरे नाम कर दी अर्पण सब कुछ तेरा कुछ नहीं मेरा.
So the Prime Minister there performs the Ganga Aarti, and after that is going to interact with saints and seers. It's a very significant message about cleaning of rivers. This is all about India's civilizational, Bharat's civilization. It's all about being near our rivers, and all our prayers, Shiv Kumar ji, are about our civilization close to our rivers, from Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, Sindhu. It starts with Sindhu all the way down to Kaveri. We are a country that's blessed to be living close to our civilizational rivers.
Absolutely, absolutely. As I said earlier, there is no Purana, there is no text, there is no community text, there is no informal text, there is no practice that is not associated with a river in India. And the civilization knows how important the flow of the river is. The flow of the river is Rita for India, and Rita is the most important civilizational concept from which all other civilizational dimensions have emerged. One who sees Rita is Rishi. So the Nadi is that representative of Rita, and its seamless flow, pure flow, clean flow is important not just for the material dimension of the civilization, but for the spiritual growth of every individual. I would also like to draw attention to how Mahabharata praises river Saraswati itself, which is Guptagamini in this place where Balarama goes on a Tirtha Yatra on the banks of river Saraswati, where 25 different Tirtha Kshetras are described. Finally, when Balarama is leaving, it is described like this by Vyasa
Yes.
that Balarama keeps on looking back at the river Saraswati and tells himself that the beauty of the river Saraswati is such. Anybody who has lived on its bank, whether it is in Ihaloka or in Paraloka, one will never be able to forget it and will constantly look forward to come back to river Saraswati. This kind of an affinity and love and devotion and respect towards river, you can see in every single town, whether it is Adishankara in Kalati for Purnanadi, whether it is in the Tunga River, whether it is in the rivers, Narmada River, every kshetra, every river basin has evolved itself a Purana around the rivers. And this consciousness definitely needs to be brought back. And all important satras have happened on the banks of river.
Oh,
On the
absolutely. And Dr.
rivers.
Arun Krishnan, before I bring in, my colleague Samarth Srivastava once again into about that conversation that will happen with the Acharya Mahamandaleshwars of the Akhadas, whether you look at the Kumbh Melas that are held, Ujjain, Shipra is the river, Nasik, Godavari is the river, Haridwar, again Ma Ganga, Prayagraj, the Triveni of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. So these rivers play a very significant role. And when they say about Amritva, the Amrit is the water of these rivers.
Exactly. Like Shiv Kumar said, the rivers have played, they're the foundation of our civilization, right? Our civilization grew up on the banks of Ma Saraswati, and we honor her racial memory in the form of Goddess Saraswati, right? She is the one who gives us, education and all the arts, and in a way that's a racial memory that we are honoring, because and I hate the use of the term mythical river Saraswati. There is no myth about it. It is
Yes.
not mythical. It's been clearly proven that there was a river Saraswati. As Shivkumar said, the Mahabharata has clear indications when Balarama goes on his pilgrimage that the river is drying up. The Rig Veda has, it's called the best of mothers, the best of rivers, the best of goddesses. So we know for a fact that Saraswati used to flow. It was a mighty river. And I would like to point you to this excellent book by Dr. Michel Danino, The Lost River on the Trail of the Saraswati, where he's given tons of evidence from folklore, the Vedas, archaeology, local practices, history, geology, hydrology, meteorology, etc., showing that there was a cataclysmic, earthquake or something like that, where the river had changed. And so the rivers that fed the Saraswati got diverted into the Ganga and then also up into the Sindhu River. So the rivers, and we have the Nadi Sukta, Nadi Stuti Sukta from the Rig Veda, which clearly talks about the 7 great rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, and all of that. So rivers have played a critical role in Bharat's civilization, in Sanatan civilization, and it is only fit. And I was listening to your conversation earlier, where you were bemoaning the fact that Yamuna Ji is so, we have spoiled it, and it's on us, to clean them up and to revere them.